Welcome back to my Become a PC Builder series, and welcome back at ImWateringPSUs. Now today we're covering a very important topic, probably the most important one if what you're after is making money, and that is understanding your local PC building and PC selling market. Now by local I don't mean just in your area, this is the same even if you're selling online, but by local I mean the geographical scope in which you will be selling your computers. So if you're selling online, maybe it is your whole country. If you're selling locally, maybe it is within a radius of 100 kilometers. And the first thing we need to understand is choosing precisely your area, okay? Just to understand competition, not for other reasons, but you need to tell yourself, okay, realistically, how far can I sell this PC? And I will give you some info to decide that. So if you're selling online, definitely pick your whole country. But if you're selling only locally, I've had people come to me as far as 300 kilometers away. But I would say you should focus mostly around the 100 kilometers radius around you. I'd go as far as to say around 80 kilometers. However, if you live in a touristic place, a place where people travel a lot, then definitely you may have the odd person who sees you from afar and then by chance happens to pass by and still buys your computer. So restrict the area, and then we need to do some market research. And this is not something I can tell you in advance. You need to figure it out by yourself. And why this is so important is that if you do this properly, you can do this no matter which year you're in, no matter which country you're in, you can still get proper numbers. Now, we are gonna start off via one simple thing, and that is some market research on the PC shops which sell gaming computers around you. Now, why do we need that, even though we are not in direct competitions to those shops? Is because people will always consider buying something brand new first, or buying something from a reputable shop first, before considering going to a freelancer like us. So what we need to do is, let's say we have a certain price point in mind, or a certain components list in mind. We want to see how much a proper shop is selling that for. And the key rule is you want to be at least 30% cheaper than the shop. So if you want to build a PC for $1,000, ideally you want to check in on your local shops and see them selling it for $1,500. In this way, you're coming in low enough that people will actually consider buying used or from a less reputable source compared to a shop. If it's brand new, that number is 30%. If it's used, it's also 30% if you're comparing it to what a shop is selling used. If you're comparing it to what a shop is selling brand new, make sure this is at least 40%, maybe even 50%. So let's say a certain shop is selling, for example, a PC with an RTX 5060 and a Ryzen 7 9700X, and they're selling it for $1,200. If you're selling that thing used, ideally you want to be at around 800. I would say probably even a little bit lower. Now, this is not all the research you need to make, and this is not an absolute number. This is something you need to note down, keep in your pocket, and then we need to go ahead and do some more research. The next bit of research is going to be about your actual competition, and your actual competition is going to be other PC builders and people selling their computers. Mostly PC builders. You can recognize a PC builder by the style of the ads. I will make a video very soon after this. If you're seeing this in the future, it's already on the channel in the playlist of how to become a PC builder, where I cover how to make an ad and how to make pictures to sell your gaming computer. Well, after you learn how to do it for yourself, you will instantly recognize if a person is doing that. Another easy way is just check their profile. If they have more than one computer for sale, chances are they are a professional, or at least a hobbyist who's doing this as a side hustle. And you want to see what they're selling similar hardware configurations for, first thing, and you also want to see what they're selling for the same price as yours. Because listen, there are two kinds of competitions. Someone who is selling basically the same hardware. Of course, when I say the same hardware, I mean compare CPU and GPU mostly. A good idea is to compare CPU and GPU first thing, and then as secondary options, compare RAM size, storage size, aesthetics. That's important, but the main thing is for a certain CPU and GPU, is someone selling a PC cheaper than me? If yes, if you don't have very good value on the looks, on the SSDs, on the RAM, they're probably gonna sell before you. And so you want to adjust your price accordingly. Even when comparing to shops, make sure you check based on CPU and GPU. These are the most important components, and that's what a regular consumer is going to be looking after. It's fine if a person who is not a PC flipper is selling a PC for cheaper than you, that's okay, because they are a regular person, and as a regular person they do not offer any kind of support, warranty, and their PC is probably proper used. By proper used, I mean it probably has some dust in it, thermal paste has not been replaced, and so of course that has a little bit of a less value. You as a PC flipper will have a clean PC, properly refurbished with fresh thermal paste, and so if you're asking $50 more than the person selling his old PC, that's perfectly fine. You have Windows freshly installed, you have a series of things which will make your PC worth more. However, your competition, the other PC flippers, because nowadays a lot of people are doing this because it's very profitable, they will also have the same key points, or at least to the buyer it will look like they have them, even though maybe they're less good than you, but still. So make sure you compare properly. So at the end of this, you should have mostly two numbers. One, how much a PC shop is selling this certain hardware configuration for, and second, how much your local used market is selling this configuration for. And that's when we start to make assumptions and decide on the price. Little advice on the platforms to look for when it comes to other PC builders. Of course, the usual Facebook Marketplace, that always works. Then the rest of the applications are going to depend on your area. Maybe Craigslist in the US, Gumtree in Australia, and then you have, for example, Subito.it or Vinted in Italy. I don't know about other places. eBay Marketplace is also a pretty big one with local sales. Make sure you check that one as well. But the names of the markets you're going to have to look for yourself in your area, unfortunately. Going back to the price, once you have those two numbers, what you need to do is make sure they align. So let's say a shop is selling this PC brand new for $1,500, and let's say you want to sell it for $1,000. Then go on and check your competition locally, and everyone is selling similar configurations. There are quite a few, there are maybe 3 or 4, and they're selling for $900. In this case, unless your PC is crazy good looking and has double the RAM, double the storage and everything, you want to basically match the lower price in general, okay? So the lowest of the two prices generally is the one that wins. The price on the used market, your actual competition, is more important than the difference to the shop. So let's say, for example, the difference to the shop comes out to $1,000, but then on the used market, everyone is selling that PC for $1,200. Probably they are in demand. I would still, because my whole philosophy with this is trying to move PCs as fast as possible, I would still try to aim for around $1,000, at least when I'm putting together the components, because you should do this research before buying the components, by the way, and then check on it again after building the PC when you're ready to sell, of course. But I would aim for the lowest price, and then maybe at the moment of listing, if the pricing has a little difference, I would maybe aim in between, in this case $1,100 as a target, but then be ready to accept $1,000 if someone offers them to me. And that's how you understand the PC market you're in, and you understand what your PC is worth and what the PC you want to build is worth. As usual, if you want to support the channel, drop a like and subscribe. You can also now become a member to see everything sooner. And if you have any tips of your own, if you've been a PC builder or if you flipped computers for a while and then stopped, please drop a comment down below. See you guys in the next one. Bye bye.